Yeah, there we
We
are
must be
live.
on. Hello, everyone. This is Lisa the Purple Dahlia, a natural born psychic medium from Fitchburg, Massachusetts. We're watching from Live Paranormal on Facebook, the Purple Dahlia page, and the Purple Dahlia, not your average medium, on YouTube. Tonight we have a guest. I finally got her on. I'm so excited. This is Rachel Page. She's like woman extraordinaire phenomenal. She's not just like walk the walk, talk the talk. She lives it. So we're going to do some questions getting to know her while we wait for some of the people to come in and tell us where you're watching from. And if you're new, why am I still not seeing nothing, girl?
There's one. Oh, hey, Bonnie.
Hi, Bonnie. Bonnie, guess what? Rachel saw all the spirits floating around in my room.
Yeah, I did.
So the two of you can like sort that out and just give me an attendance record so I can like.
Okay, that sounded like really like weird. The way you just said it.
There was a couple gentlemen sitting next to you.
Hi, Eileen. Just tell me, are they rich and famous? Like, you know, because everybody says, oh, I talked to a spirit. Oh, it was like Abe Blake. And I'm like, okay. Because he found you interesting. Why?
Hi, Amy. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Amy. How are you? Scary stuff, man. Oh, no.
Listen, then I should just take her on a tour of my place and see what she sees.
Rachel,
I'm game.
She moved from one apartment that we would take pictures of the bath mat because every time somebody went in there was a different face. She moved from there. We won't even drive by there. It's bad.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do.
I'll have to say.
And when she moved,
I'll have to add you on Facebook.
Yeah, I was like, don't bring that bath mat to the new place.
Yeah, leave it there. Let it stay there.
Hi, Christine. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Trina. Hi, Margie. Hello,
we are not doing readings tonight.
Well, if we can squeeze one or two in, maybe. It depends. We're gonna see how it goes.
Listen, you're putting Rachel on the spot. I don't think she was ready for all that.
Oh, Rachel's for anything. She survives anything life throws at her.
Look,
we'd like money though.
Keep going with the punches, right?
Yeah, we'd like money thrown at us. I tell that from spirit all the time. Just throw it down. $100 bills.
Even Bonnie said that my old place was a scary place. You go away.
Aww. Hi, Sammy. It's Sammy the Wonder
Dog. She calls him the Wonder Dog because he opens the kennel door by himself.
Rachel, I have 3 puppies that when you say sit, they stand on their hind legs. She says kennel. He goes to the kennel, opens the door, goes in the kennel, turns around, closes the kennel door, and sits there. And I'm just like, wait, what? Oh, Did you give him drugs? How'd you get him to do that? He just does it. I'm like, yeah, mine. I say sit, and they go.
Right. It's like those dogs that you see online now that can like go push the buttons out, treat, and then the one I saw.
My dogs can yeah, my dogs can find every crochet hook I own, but if you ask them to find something that I'm fetching, like throwing to play fetch, like, yeah, we don't do that.
That's it.
What, were you busy?
Oh, and he wraps himself up in the blanket. Did you see that picture I sent you, Bestie?
No.
I think I did. Bonnie says, Lisa, did you get Wanda's message passed? I did. I passed it to the 3 people that knew a Wanda, and nobody's gotten back to me yet on whether or not that message was received and acted upon.
I just saw something.
Hello, Margie from Atlanta.
Did you see that?
Hello, David.
Hello, David. That's not the David Williams from Scotland. In case
that's not. Remember, I told you.
I
told you. Same name. Synchronicities, my dear.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with our game of getting to know you.
Oh,
so, boy. What is?
I didn't do it.
That's what I know.
I'm gonna ask you a question and you answer it.
Okay. What's your favorite substitute cuss word and why?
Oh, I don't have one because I just like saying fuck. The F word. Sorry.
Yeah, that's me. F-bombing.
I do.
Okay.
Well, sometimes when I'm around the kids, I'll say fudge because it just sounds similar.
Yeah, I always told my kids, if you can say it, enunciate it, tell me if it's a noun, verb, adjective, and know the meaning, you're good. You can use it inside of the house, but outside of the house, I'll cut you where you stand.
Well, my kids will cuss outside like sailors. Like I'm baffled. I blush because I'm like, these kids know better stuff than I know.
Yeah, like I'm almost like, what's that
they don't say
code
it
for?
But they don't say it around me because they know better. Because no, we don't play that game.
We're hockey fans, so we can cuss a blue streak pretty fast.
You know what? My daughter wants to play hockey. She just brought that to my attention today.
Oh
She's
my
like,
God! You
hockey.
should totally let her.
I said, okay.
Rachel.
Absolutely.
I will travel down there to watch her play. I will. I'm a big hockey fan.
David goes, haha, what the French toast is mine, LOL.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. What is your favorite investigation snack? Hi, Sammy.
I would have to say.
Hi, Sammy.
Party mix.
Oh, that's a good
I don't care if I crunch.
I don't care. You know what? I usually bring pretzels. I bring pretzels because I found that the saltiness is kind of like bug spray for spirits. So it makes it untasty for them to hitch a ride with you or possess you if you're eating something salty. They're just kind of like, I'll pass. So tater chips are usually pretzels, but that I do like the party one. That's the good one. Favorite ritual or superstition you would do before an investigation?
Hi, Jocelyn.
I always ground. Always. I always ground myself. And I like to play in a little bit of salt. That's my thing.
There ain't nothing wrong with some salt.
Before,
salt never hurt nobody.
And after.
Yes, exactly. I'm the weirdo that takes off my shoes after an investigation and taps them outside of my car and wear flip-flops the rest of the ride because I'm not bringing home no gravel from tainted areas.
Yes, ma'am. I bring a second pair of shoes.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
And to watch like Rob Zarek and Nikki Paranormal look at me, they're like, why are you taking your shoes? I'm like, because I ain't bringing nothing home with me. They're staying here in PA.
Right.
I had my field for the night.
I've got enough at home.
Everybody, like, if our client, our viewers would like to answer the questions too, we would love to hear.
Oh, absolutely.
Margie says granola she likes, and then she likes to do meditation.
Homemade granola or store-bought granola?
Because
I guess, listen, I guess it's a whole nother level of yum when you make it homemade, and I just wouldn't know where to start with that because I'd just rather buy it, open up the package, and start chugging.
She said both.
Okay.
Nice.
I love it in yogurt and layer it. It's so good. Hi, baby.
She's like, I want to be on.
Absolutely.
This is Miss Casey.
Oranges for the acidic properties. Okay, Bonnie. That's interesting. Not too many people can drink orange juice in my family, but I do lemonade a lot.
Yeah, I can't do the orange juice only because it's got so much sugar in it. It starts.
Yeah, I don't do the sugar part, but I do a really good quality lemonade because we drink that all year round, and it helps you from getting sick because it strips anything, like, because the acid would strip it from making you keep any germs in your throat or nasty buggies. I got a question when I can ask something that has happened to me a lot. Okay, David, pop it up, babe. Let's see what you got.
I'll remember to put. I forgot I was muted.
Okay. What is your favorite high-tech tool and your favorite low-tech tool? My favorite low-tech tool is always a pencil or my imaginary board, chalkboard, and then My high tech would be my remote control. I like that on the TV.
That she answers as a phone when she's half asleep.
Yeah. Hey, I get it right eventually. Just keep calling back. I just keep grabbing the stuff. Hello.
Right. My favorite low tech is a pendulum. I love a
Ooh,
pendulum.
yes. I love
Yes.
old school stuff because spirit can't really you can't go, oh well, it could be this or it could be that.
No, exactly. And that's
Bonnie
exactly why,
said,
because
like, camera.
I just realized
less
I
play.
don't have my protection amulets, but it's a good thing I have mine here in the bag. The other ones, my backups.
Yeah, did you forget to put them on?
I must have.
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
I don't
got access.
I don't have mine either.
No. But you remembered
Girl.
in time, so you're good.
Like I
You
got
wanna
a
know my favorite-
bag full of stuff.
Right? Girl, I get that.
I'm not running up to the third floor. I don't need that many discount calories today. I ate too much earlier.
David Williams said, I have been in another life a lot. I feel like I was an outlaw in the past. I even hung out with Billy the Kid and robbed banks with him. What would
That mean?
That mean?
That your past life regression would mean that you go back that far. If you go back that far to the Wild West, you probably go a lot further back. I've had one that went as far back as Western and in California, but they didn't want to go that back. I think he said that I go as far back as to Greek and Roman times. God, I hope I was cute back then. I hope I was cute back then because that was not going to work for me anytime soon. And I die a lot in fires. I must be too stupid to find the exit sign because I guess I've died many times in fires. Or I like things hot, whatever comes first.
That's interesting.
Hi,
Hello.
Virgil.
From Manchester, England. Hello, Virgil. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
When I sleep, dream this feels so. Yeah, I'm not sure that you're dreaming. I think you're revisiting a past life. If you log everything from your dreams, in about 7 days, there'll be a pattern that they're trying to get through to you. And for you, David, I feel there's something that you keep seeing in this dream state that they want you to pay attention to. So either you haven't learned your lesson and they're telling you that you're at a critical point where you can
I agree with that.
change the future, or your next life, it'll be like Groundhog's Day all over again, repeat. It's not fun. It's not fun.
That's not fun.
Bonnie says eternal flame for you, Bestie.
Okay. Why do I have an internal flame?
It's when you're past life, you're saying with the fire always.
Oh, because I thought maybe that had something to do with the hot flashes. Because like that, I'm not enjoying that internal flame at all.
That's funny.
I literally had my fan on before I started. You're welcome, David. Okay.
What did you say that your favorite high tech equipment is? Your phone?
Remote control for the cable.
Remote control.
I'd say it's that hey Google turn off the lights, but my husband replaced a bulb and now it doesn't do that because it could shut off the lights and turn it on, and now it doesn't do that when I say please turn off lights. She goes, I did, and the lights are still on.
Oh, I know you didn't.
She's not my favorite Google anymore.
we have some problems with communication here, lady.
Alexa might be moving in. Alexa maybe.
Uh-oh.
If you become a spirit, are you going to haunt or are you going to just watch?
Oh, no.
I have a list. I already told my
Yeah.
kids I will make my own announcements.
Yeah.
Before warned.
I'm going to make some people famous. That's what I'm going to do. Absolutely.
And not for all the right reasons.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I got a key to that closet. Guess whose skeletons are falling out?
Right. And in true karma fashion, I'm going to do it the right way. You know, so everybody sees you in the light for what you do in the dark.
Right. Take off that facade. Wipe that purple, pink light off of them.
Thank you. Exactly.
Let's see.
Okay.
Hey, what was the it experience for you that got you involved in the paranormal and investigating?
Gettysburg. I was driving home. Never had a at that point, I didn't ever recall having any paranormal issue, any type of anything. Intuition, yes, but nothing paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
Coming home from work, you know how you come up the hill on, what is it, 94, 97?
Yep.
Pikes on your left.
Yep.
Cemetery's at the top of the hill.
Yes, it is.
As I'm coming up the hill, it started pouring and stopped, all in the matter of like 2 seconds. Steam on the road, and here comes a soldier on a horse right across it. And I said, what the hell did I just see? That was it. It's all uphill from there.
I find Gettysburg to be quite fascinating for me. I had to do an investigation for Live Paranormal at a residence. These people wanted me to check it out. We couldn't find what we were there for. And I kept saying to Rob, like, trust the process, because they're telling me to trust the process. So he's filming. We got a film crew and stuff. And I had the camera guy, Chris, sweetheart. And my husband's like, so you chose the only room without a lock? And I was like, you think a spirit's going to knock on the door before they come barreling through the wall? Because I checked out each room. In one of the rooms, there was a spirit sitting on the bed doing this. Can't wait for later. I'm like, dude, if I have to cross over to kill you again, I will. Because that ain't happening. Now, I have Chris right next to me. And he looks at me and goes, how did you get in that bed? Because of the historical beds. They're like basically up to my chest.
Right.
I a short girl. And my husband's like, can you FaceTime when you decide to Superman into the bed? I said, Chris, I haven't sat on the bed. And he goes, there's an indent on the bed. I go, yeah. And on my blanket that I brought, I go, which was nice and smoothed out. We just turned and looked down the stairway to get Nikki from Live Paranormal upstairs. Now there's a bigger indent. And I was like, oh no.
Uh-oh.
So then we go into the connecting, because these are two apartments that connected, in the square, which is a circle.
Right.
There's
right.
the statue of Lincoln.
Yeah.
Okay,
My kids used to call it Lincolnham.
Right. So that statue of Lincoln, we were in that house there, but we were in the apartments that were connected. Okay. So we're now in the historical house. I shut off my phone. Because, I gave it to Nikki because, I want to make sure it's off. And my phone starts ringing. And Rob's like, didn't I tell you to shut the phone off? I did, dude. I did. I hit the button. I gave it to Nikki. I don't even have it. And she goes, no, it was off. Mrs. Lincoln says, listen, I have no idea why this woman's, I'm like, she's a short girl, but she's kind of cute. She got a round face. Thick taffeta dress. I'm like, okay. She's like, I'm sorry that my husband died, but I was so happy to be reunited with my kids. Oh. And then I hear, Lincoln slept here, is what I heard. And then a man's voice said, yeah. But it wasn't with his wife.
Oh, oops.
And I'm like, you're kidding me. So then we go back into the apartment where we're supposed to be staying. In the spirit, he smells like vomit. So everybody had the way, we couldn't even sleep in the apartment. So we had to go sleep in the historical thing. So I stayed on the first floor, thinking that was the safest. If I got to run to my car and head back to Massachusetts, I'm gone, right? I'm half asleep. I just opened my eyes, and there's this man, because, let's face it, Abe Lincoln wasn't the only one that had the beard and the mustache. It was a whole group of them. They all looked like a bunch of Amish. Right. He looks at me, smiles, and I'm like, am I dreaming? Disappears into the wall. Nice. So now we have the owner's daughter that I'm interviewing, and she's telling me about all the experiences she had. And I'm like, oh, interesting. I go, what bedroom was that? And she's like, oh, the first floor with the really big bed, with the cool bathroom. That's what I had. It was a gorgeous bathroom. And I go, oh, where did he come from? And she goes, oh, he probably came from up out of the basement. I didn't know that the basement door was in that room. Love Gettysburg, but it's a bit much. You can't go anywhere.
Have you been at the inn at Her Ridge?
No, I stayed with the Farnsworth.
That Farnsworth, I had 2 children following me from the
Yes.
basement.
Okay, so Jeremy is the little
Yep,
boy.
Jeremy, the little boy, he kept tugging my shirt.
Yes, and he's awesome. But there's also 2
Yes.
little girls. Now, the last time that I went there, Rob and Nikki had a whole bunch of people in that one room. So Jeremy's room, and you have this little hall, and then there's 2 little rooms over here.
Yes.
Okay, so we were hearing ocean noises, and Rob's like, that ghost box doesn't do that. And I'm like, okay. So now he's like, Lisa. So I come in and he goes, we want you to come in the room. He's like, did you see the water running in the like little hallway they has? He goes, there's no water running. And he goes, can you come in? Yeah. Spirit, I like literally, it looked like I was running into a brick wall. I, with gusto, went to go in there and it shoved me out. Wasn't until all of them left and went into the room where the chandelier shattered that it let me into the other room. Nice. And they were like, what the hell is that? I'm like, I don't know. Rob's like, it got really hot in there. And then like you could have cut it with a knife. I just went like, just like you're regularly walking, and I got shoved back, and I'm like, oh, really? You want to play that game? They wouldn't show me anything, but I guess there's a new spirit that's in town. So somebody must have messed with that box downstairs where Lorraine Warren sealed that area.
Are you serious? Oh, okay.
So then that famous so-called mirror that's haunted, it's not the mirror that's haunted, it's the frame. It's not the mirror at all. But he's a serial killer from back in that day, and he actually killed 35 because the woman that was doing the tour said, oh, like he's killed 30, and this guy's screaming, no, 35. I'm like, dude, after 1, I think, does it really matter?
Right. I mean, you got a couple dozen, you're good.
Right, kind of.
Steve is in the chat room.
Hi, Steve. How are you, honey?
David wants to know, do you guys have a spirit animal?
Yes. Pudge. He knows.
I actually have a couple that follow me. It's usually a black bear. And then I have a cardinal that follows me. And then a really big Bengal tiger.
I don't know what mine is.
I don't know what the meaning. Listen, I don't know what the meaning is behind it. I just know that the bear, I was told by my shaman's guide that it's because I'm a healer. That doesn't mean I'm going to heal everybody. So don't come out to be touching me like, oh, touch me here, because I'm going to be like, ooh, I don't know. Let me think about that.
Steve wanted me to show you this message. Had my first paranormal activity today at the house, the new house.
Oh, you did?
Oh.
But Steve, you're doing a lot of work in that house. I told you to be ready for that. Do you need me to send you some liquid smudge?
I still have one.
Still effective.
Yes.
But you can also use it in laundry to get rid of that hockey funk, that smell that you wash away, and then the heat, the body heat, and it comes through again. Just put a few drops of that in the wash, and it gets rid of that.
Yes, Virginia. He said it wasn't bad.
I think it's a woman. Like, she's not no supermodel or anything. Sorry, Steve. She's just a regular old farm, like a farm wife.
Oh, wow.
It's definitely
see. He's actually saw it going on.
It's a woman.
Wow. She's brave too.
Oh, she's pretty, Steve. Hey.
What famous person would you like to talk to in spirit? Any person, or to have a conversation with?
Anyone.
Preferably dead, because if they're alive, I suppose you can still talk to them. So we're going to focus on the dead people.
You know, I had a couple missed opportunities to speak with Lorraine, and I would absolutely make the opportunity up.
We're gonna have Lorraine Warren, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
But we're gonna have to get Kim to give us the clip from the cemetery, the Monroe Cemetery, where she's buried, where she goes, "Hello, darlings."
I mean, I still I still talk to Tony, her son-in-law.
Yeah,
he's a pretty awesome guy.
I've never met any of them.
See, I haven't met him, but we've talked. You know
But
what I
I,
mean? Like we've
but
had
I've
conversations.
interacted with Ed's spirit and Lorraine's spirit, so I
Really?
sort of feel like I know them, but I don't know
That's
them in the
awesome.
aspect, like, because I'm like, I'm nowhere on the same library as you. I'm still like in the parking lot area, but hey,
Oh,
just want to say thank you for all that you've done.
right. I always brag about them because it's amazing that they were able to prove in court of law
Right. But here's the thing. When you think of the
that.
paranormal, for me, there's two names that come to mind: Lori Cabot and the Warrens.
Right.
And I really do think that Lorraine was the one with all the abilities. I think for Ed, it was more like a side effect because it rubs off to an extent.
Okay.
So
Right.
I think he was the history, the technical, like, let's back this up. And she was like, no, this is what I'm getting.
They made an amazing team.
They did. They did. And if you ever go by the Monroe Cemetery, let me just say, please bring yourself a cigarette or some loose tobacco to leave by the tombstone, because Ed's still a chain smoker. I
Well,
love
I'm definitely
him.
coming up to see you because I would love to visit all these places.
Definitely. We'll definitely do. I've never been to the Conjuring House in person. I've only done like a dozen or more remote viewings for them. And again, I don't get anything bad with the house. I get it with the front lawn area. Like, I get there's a lot of bodies buried there.
Yeah. See, and that's what, see, when I go to like an area that has had a lot of activity or anything of that nature, like I do get a little like, do I want to do this? You know what I mean? Like I hesitate.
But here's the
Very
thing.
hesitant.
If we have a lot of stress in our life, like if we
Right.
got a shitstorm coming at us, Spirit's going to take stuff off of you. And they're only going to give it back when they know we can handle it. Like, the best way I can explain it is, I've had several surgeries. They'll take it off me so I don't have to deal with that. But when I'm almost better, like, say, like, okay, so I should go back this week. And I'm like, maybe I'll just take another week off. Spirit goes, oh no, you're going live now. You go live tonight. No. Really, I could use a week off. And they're like, no, they'll cause you to have a migraine, nightmares.
Yes.
But once you use your energy, that excess energy that builds up, then you get a really good sleep. So in a way, it's kind of like a trade-off.
Okay. Someone just was mentioning Lucille Ball.
Ooh.
I have something great to tell you about. Can I tell you something?
Rachel, there's no pomp and circumstance here. Just let it flow, girl.
Okay. You know who Lori Johnson is? Ghost of
Yes, I do.
Shepherdstown?
Yes,
Okay.
I do. Haven't met her personally, but she friend requested me. I'm going to drop a name. Look at me dropping a hobby. She friend requested me. I didn't accept her because I didn't know exactly who she was or why she wanted me.
Right. The first time, because she worked with with the group before I was working with Julia and Vanessa.
Yep.
And the first time I spoke to her on the phone, she walked me through my house and then astral projected, and I damn near almost crapped my pants. Because that was my first experience with astral projection.
Nice.
She was like, she was like, if you just felt that little poof of air, that was me. I was like, how the hell did you know?
I do that to people, but I premise it with, like, if I'm going to do some healing, I'm only touching your innards. I don't do any of that other kinky stuff because you can't afford me.
There you go. But the first time she actually came to my house, I was having a lot of issues with the kids.
That house with the things on the that house.
That place.
Okay, yep.
She had told me, that not only was my dad and my stepdad and his best friend were there, but they were gawking Lucille because she was there too. And I knew she was dead on because my dad loves a redhead. My mom's redhead. And she said that my stepdad and his best friend were on one side of the wall and Lucille was on the other. And I was like, Lucy's in my house. Good. I was all startled.
Yeah.
It was great.
Well, the same house in Gettysburg, because I can do psychometry, which is like you hold an item, you can tell about the item. So
Wow.
he asked if he could bring an item. I said, yeah. So I'm touching it, and usually Spirit just throws out the names. They're being very facetious, and I couldn't figure out why. Excuse me. So then he goes, so I'm like, oh, this man was like kind of like a womanizer. He was very popular with the ladies. And the guy goes, yep, yep. And so at the end, he's like, should I tell you who it is? I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why they're not giving me the name. They go, Elvis Presley. And I'm just like, can I have that phone back for a second?
Right.
Chris in the restaurant was like, we just watch you go from Lisa, psychic medium, to fangirl. I'm like, I know, because I'm named after his daughter. I was named after his daughter.
Yeah, that was a shame. Didn't she just pass?
Yes, she did. And I was listen, at least she's with her dad and her son. She was such a nice person.
Yeah, but she's, they're all reunited, so
yeah,
that's good. They're all together.
Tanya says Abe Lincoln would be awesome to meet. I didn't meet Abe Lincoln, sorry guys. And when his wife came through, I only knew her as Mary. I didn't know who she was until she said my husband, and I'm like, that guy, like the statue guy, like that guy. Yeah, okay.
I did have a conversation, and my kids got to take a picture with a guy that looks just like him. Now.
Amy Edwards says, I think Prince would be mine. The funny thing is, when I heard that Prince was found dead, I knew right away what had happened. They put me right in the elevator. And
oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a woman that gave him the drugs. And obviously he overdosed. She panicked. She got the hell out of Dodge. She made sure she was far enough away before she called anybody to get somebody to go in there. So there was no good. There was going to be no resuscitation, no Narcan, no nothing. And let's face it, there will never be another Prince. There was never another Mozart. There will never be another Prince.
No,
and what a sad thing, because I sort of feel like there's still a lot more coming in the rock genre, like the heavy rock genre, that it's going to look like Falling Dominoes. And Ozzy never really took sick until after we messed with Robert the Doll. Should not have done that.
I might have replicas, but I don't know if I'll be touching the real thing.
Dude, I mean, from his perspective, I get it. I'm the Prince of Darkness and you are, but my thing is always proceed with caution, respect what you don't know. Yes, don't go in there kicking a hornet's nest that resolves nothing.
Well, and even if you do, me personally, I don't. There's no antagonizing. There's none. I don't. You're going to do that? Please go do investigations or whatever. I'm going to go do my own.
Yeah, the spirits that I have read for or come through, some of them have been child molesters. Some of them have been pedophiles. Some of them have been detectives. Some of them have been like famous authors and whatnot. Again, to me, I'm just the speaker. I'm the phone operator that puts the two connections together. So I don't take anything personally. But yeah, with some of them, you can bet your fanny I smudge my entire house because I don't like the creepy vibe. So yeah. And they've never made any apologies for it. They're like, I am what I am. And if I didn't die, I'd probably still be doing it.
Right. So some of them you're kind of okay with it.
What is your favorite cereal?
Peanut butter Captain Crunch.
Really? You with the berries or with no berries?
No, just the peanut butter one. Oh, did they make the peanut butter one with the berries?
Yes.
Did they? Oh, I've been doing it all wrong.
and now I believe they have one that's just berries. Because like when you make Rice Krispie treats, my kids would be like, any cereal's free game. Like I'm putting that
Fruity
in.
Pebbles are awesome. Oh, my kids fight over the Fruity Pebbles. My kids fight. So oldest good. Who is 23 and my youngest who is 9. Literally. Okay, so they
minus the sugar, they're just rice, right? Minus all that sugar, it's just rice, right?
Right. My oldest is a direct descendant of Robert E. Lee, and my youngest the direct descendant of Ulysses S. Grant. Ooh. I said, and of course they teach you, I'm going to kill you.
All of these cereals sound really good, but remember the seasonal ones? Boo Berry?
Yes. Count Chocula.
Oh. And what was one? Frankenberry. It was Frankenberry, Boo Berry, and Count Chocula.
Yes. They need to take and mix them all together.
Yes,
The
party mix,
Halloween mashup.
like a Monster Bash cereal. They should just call it the Monster Bash. You're welcome, General Mills. You're welcome. Please sponsor us. We like that in yarn.
We will promote for you.
Exactly, all the time. Lady Diana, Lisa says, Lady Diana or Kennedy? Kennedy, I sort of feel like he'd be making passes at people, so I don't know if I'd be comfortable with that. But Lady Di, most definitely. But I think I don't think she'd come across as princess-like. I think she would come across like she came across to everybody that met her, just very down to earth.
So my bestie has one.
Oh, she got a bestie too.
Yeah, I have
my bestie, Marilyn Monroe.
Right.
It's his idol. It's his idol.
So listen, so they say the truth about her is that when she wanted to be just her and not Marilyn Monroe, she could downplay it. But then when somebody says, oh, well, you know, this, they'd see a poster, be like, oh, Marilyn Monroe, this, she could just take off her scarf, fluff her hair, and like just bring the Marilyn out. I feel sad for her because she was really used. I think that's what killed her. Yes. They sucked the soul out of her. And all she ever wanted was to be loved.
Do
sad.
You think that she was
murdered? Do I think she was murdered? Oh, I think the Kennedys own all of that in a bag of chips on the side because they caused it.
Because I think she was going to out them.
She was. But she wasn't outing them because she was malicious. She wanted to out them because she was in love with Kennedy. And then she had to settle for the brother. And listen, you don't, girls.
You can't make a copy of a copy.
Yeah, I know men use women like Dixie cups, but that's not the girl code. Girl code is they ain't gonna never happen. We don't do that.
We don't do that.
But they cleaned up pretty good, and they were in charge of everything, the entire country. How would they not been able to pull that off? Of course they pulled it off. And to whoever owns that house, I'm sure that house has a lot to tell. A lot to tell.
Yeah.
It's such a shame what happened to her. But when you think of it, all the greats in Hollywood, like Judy Garland, the rest of them, it was all drugs. You're too fat, you're too skinny, you're brunette, we want you blonde. Oh, well, you need to be more this or that. Just take the pills. Just take the pills.
Right.
And really, that's part of the problem. What's wrong, I want to say, with America is mental health, and you're treating the side effects, not where
someone just laughed from Rachel's side.
Here?
Oh, Rachel, so this is our code when things happen behind you.
Okay.
Okay. A lot of pixeling behind you.
And I heard laughter.
Okay.
Do you know a girl with strawberry blonde hair? A spirit with strawberry blonde hair? Okay, because there's a girl with strawberry blonde hair behind you.
I know who it is.
And she wants to do this to your hair.
Good.
It did sound like a woman's laugh, so.
I know who it is.
What is this? Does she do that for you?
That's my best friend. She passed away a few years.
Oh, so she's just playing. She's playing with you?
Yeah. You give me cold chills. I knew as soon as you said, I knew exactly.
Steven says, I see eye shapes.
I'd say that too, Steven, but I got my glasses on, and today I just feel blind as a bat. So.
Hi, Brooke.
Hi, Brookie. How's your belly? Just saying.
Sorry. There's only two people that can really give me the goosebumps and stuff like that when I know they're around. So she's definitely one of them.
She wants to send you kisses, like the
There used to be a saying that we would say, because we work together in the same office, same doctor's office, and I can hear it. She loves me, but not the Marianne way, because we had this chick.
Right.
She was kind of like a creeper, though.
She wants you to know that she's giving you one of the tight, not like a regular hug, but a real tight hug.
Awesome.
Oh no,
that's my Stephanie.
Brookie feels like puking. She's going back to work tomorrow. Oh, maybe you should take a pregnancy test
Saltine
because
crackers.
St. Patrick's Day was Friday, girl. Don't say we didn't warn you because we did. You should have found a hobby. Just saying.
Saltine crackers works.
All right, Rachel, your favorite song to get pumped up to before you start using your abilities or investigating or going to the paranormal?
Let's see.
I like a little Pretty Reckless. I like some funky stuff, some Faster Pussycat, some Dirty Honey. I like those kind of songs. So
I'm thinking my best one. I'm big into the Deftones or the Misfits, so like I'm jamming
nice.
out. Yeah.
Nice. Anything Stevie Nicks, very good. I love
That's a
her.
good one too.
And I
With the body.
I knew somebody was going to say that.
Listen. I got L. Moody, the lead singer from Five Finger Death Punch, and he laughs at all my comments on TikTok. He's like, either you're a real badass. I'm like, dude, I've never even seen you in concert. I said, but it's coming. It's coming. I just gotta wait for 2024. I gotta wait, but it's coming.
He's good. He's good in concert. He's good live.
I like him as a person because when he did the live, he's just down to earth. And it always amazes me that these keyboard warriors think that they can, well, you're probably doing drugs. Kudos to somebody that's in recovery because not only did you have to walk through the shitstorm, you had to confront it and then you had to go through it. So I wouldn't call them drug addicts. I would say drug survivors.
Right. And if they're still in recovery, they're still walking that walk.
Yeah, it's
Good
like,
for you.
think of how many people are on a diet and you go by a bakery. For them, it's much worse because every waking moment they have to fight that urge to want it. And that's bad.
My biggest thing, and if I find out, like, if I meet someone and I know that they're in recovery, I'm proud of you.
Right.
Because
and that's
not enough people say that. Not enough people tell others.
And that's what he was commenting on was because he goes, you didn't let that troll get far. He goes, you put him in his place because I'm like, what have you done that you struggle through and have accomplished? What goals have you pushed through and can say you survived? Right. Well, then sit down in your corner, pipe down, stay in your own lane, and mind your own business. Don't comment. Only those that have been through the struggle will know. It's like we all know who's a member of those clubs when you go in the room and nobody's talking, but we can go, ooh, she was abused. She was sexually assaulted. That one there's on drugs. That one there's anorexic. Like, and we don't have to say anything. Nobody's talking. We know who's part of those clubs.
Right. So,
Tanya, Disturbed and Led Zeppelin. I don't know. Disturbed's kind of good.
I knew somebody was going to say Drowning Pool. I just didn't.
Listen,
I knew somebody was going to say it.
Steven, maybe you're the reason why I keep hearing the song "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor."
That's the song you said?
I didn't even know it was a song until people were like, "Why are you singing whatever?" I go, "What?" Then I go, "It's a real song." I'm like, "That's a real song. Let the bodies hit the floor."
Yep, but I told her where to look. Drowning Pool.
And I can't stop listening to it. So now it's like in one of my frequently played soundtracks.
He did it to you.
Yeah, but Steve, what's the message behind it? One, there's nothing wrong with me. Two, there's nothing wrong with me. And then I love the part one, something's got to give. I'm like, oh, I've been there. Yes, I've lived that moment.
All right.
Sounds of Silence.
Sound of Silence by Disturbed.
That's a good one too.
That man has a set of pipes on him that is amazing. He does a cappella when he, during the concerts, and he is just amazing.
Is there any more questions, Bestie?
Yep. Your favorite aha moment from Spirit that might have been your first confirmation that there really is another realm. Like you confirmed it to yourself. Listen, for skeptics, you're going to need a lot more than what we can give in an hour.
I thought she already answered that one.
She did, but I want to know the funny one because we always have the scary ones where the door slams behind you and I jump and I turn around and I'm like, hiya. And I know it's Spirit, but it's an automatic reaction. What's the one that made you laugh hysterically? We all have that one when we get scared, but what's the one that made you laugh? Coming
to mind, we had gone to Penhurst.
Okay. She's been to
That's
every
not-
place that we want to go. So like, ooh.
Well, I want to go to Trans-Allegheny. That has to happen. But
I'm
and-
trying. Let me. I'm working on it. I'm working on it, Rachel.
And I know that it's a very serious things happened at Penhurst and
No. If you're in the
it was-
paranormal, we know this. You have serious stuff, and then you have bad humor that we use to
actually
balance it out at the end of the night. So we get some really nasty, raunchy humor going, but some of the stuff is kind of funny, and Spirit usually likes to chime along.
right. I had this. I don't, and I'm not 100% certain who or like if it was a child playing, or an adult even playing. But I had this orb come at me, and it was like doing these loopy loops, and it got in my face, and then loopy looped, and I couldn't help but laugh. I don't know.
I always like the ones where you bump into something and you're like, oh, that hurt. And then you hear Spirit go, yeah, that looked like that hurt. It's like, dude, really? What if you're so good? Why didn't you catch me before I fell? Because
Right.
That looked pretty funny at the same time. It's like, oh, how many times is going to show up?
Now,
that
made me laugh.
See now, okay. See now, you see why the songs get your blood pumping. Yeah, like literally, Steve. I was singing it in my house, and I had no idea it was a song. Like earlier today, I was singing some what was it?
Elmo's World.
I have no idea. My children didn't even do Elmo. They did like Blue's Clues, and
That's
they're
so
adults
weird.
now. So I have no idea who the
Synchronicity.
message is for Elmo's World, but congratulations if you're all pregnant. That's all I have to say.
Cookie.
Don't put that on me.
Oops, did I say that?
So, Rachel, what
Yes, ma'am.
what do you see happening for you in the future? Because I know as far as us women in the paranormal field, they haven't treated us kindly. Do you see things changing for us, or because I know we've come a long way, but I still think there's more that they could do to welcome us, because it always feels like somebody's ripping us down, somebody's tearing us apart, somebody doesn't want to see us successful, and mostly it's other women, and I don't get that. Like, build up, don't tear down, build up.
Absolutely, I agree with that. I'm hoping that we all just like I don't want to say good or bad, but I think that a whole big group of us need to get together and show everybody, like, look, we're chicks, we're ladies, we're all in this together.
Does not have to be drama. Just get her done. Get her done.
Yep.
Have you found that spirits prefer to interact with the females that are there more often than the males?
Sometimes, yes. I think it's kind of like what you had said earlier. It's almost customized. Like it's all, but I do think they tend to lean towards women more.
Yeah, like, because I find that the children spirits don't want to talk with the males in the group a lot of times, but most of the women that are doing the investigation are moms, so I think they identify more with us. Like, they know. It's kind of like, you know, when somebody owns a pet, you know, when somebody's got kids. Minus the cookie and the spit up on the shoulder. I'm not talking about that. I'm like, they just know you have kids.
Right. I don't think it has to do with weaker or stronger, because we grow humans. But come on, you can't nobody, you know.
I kind of like with our greatest work at, like, it's our unfinished painting at Picasso's. Greatest work in progress. And that's what I always tell my kids. It's like, even if nobody's challenging you, you should challenge yourself every day to want to do better. I know, Brooke, I don't know who it is. There's somebody messing with it. I don't know.
It's coming, like, it's in Rachel's. It's like a spirit box, Rachel, the way you talk. It's like in Rachel's, but then it would stop at points and then restart up again. So that's why I'm thinking.
I know there's 3 or 4 spirits in this room with me right now.
I just got a big, huge whiff of cigar. Nobody near us even like.
I
It was
had
cigar.
an Uncle Tubba that smoked a cigar. That's it. And I've been smelling a lot of chocolate, and I'm not a chocolate fan per se. But
Like it was like blowing in my face.
yeah, like I've had the chocolate smell follow me around, and I don't. Yeah, and the
Okay.
it's definitely it's a cigar. It's definitely not a pipe. It's a cigar.
It's a cigar. Absolutely cigar.
Like I want to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like right in.
Yeah, it's not like when you smoke a cigarette, you try to blow it out of somebody's face. No, this is like, and it's just going directly and up your nose.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Interesting.
I don't think it's anybody on my side either.
Who just said hello? Can you say it again? Yes. Okay, say it again. Say hello. Scream it from the other side. Say hello. Did anybody else hear that, or was it just me? So it's coming through my speakers then?
Yeah, it's coming through your headset.
Tanya says my funniest confirmation when the floor lamp came on in Jeff's living room and it was unplugged and had no light bulb. He freaked out and said, "Oh, hell no." His reaction made us all laugh. He was pretty hard skeptic until then. My oldest daughter, who's a physical medium, shrugged and said, "I told you." Yeah. I literally had a brand new, it's a kid's karaoke machine that I had brought to PA because we were using it kind of like a ghost speaker because the spirits like the lights. And my whole purpose was like, I have to put the batteries in because somebody showed me how to do the Bluetooth thing. I had the batteries in the package in my hand, and out from this machine comes Massachusetts. We're in Pennsylvania. Why is anything saying Massachusetts? They all looked at me. I'm like, I got the batteries right here. I need scissors.
Steve has something.
Lisa, who smoked that we both know with an attitude? No. Why though? Dude, it's doing it again.
Yeah, it is doing it. Now it's doing it for me, I think. Yep.
Don't let it be torture? What does that mean? Don't let it be torture. I'll write it down. Don't let it be torture. Now, Rachel, do you think you could read somebody or answer somebody's psychic question for you? Can you feel that from their when she posts the comments?
What do you mean?
So, like we were talking before the show started, that you can get a better feel for somebody when you FaceTime them. So
no, it's face to face, like physically face to face.
You can't do it in FaceTime.
Well, in all fairness, I haven't really tried.
You got a big wall of ectoplasm behind you. What is going on? This house doesn't have a portal too, does it?
I'm literally right next door where I was before.
So it follows you. Wait, what? Virgil, are you trying to be funny? Because I can't.
His comments have been like off the chain. I blocked them.
Yeah, bye, Virgil. Sorry, we love followers from other countries, but if you can't follow along by Facebook community guidelines, we can't help you.
There was something.
It's drawing now though when you were thinking about who. I know.
That's me.
Did you know they copyrighted the Zippo lighter sound, the clicky clicky? They copyrighted that sound.
Yeah. When I start to feel uneasy, because I can feel something This
I
is
know.
my coping mechanism.
I crochet a lot.
I just went and bought yarn today because I want to make an Oogie Boogie hood.
David
And
said, I felt
Whatty,
something
whatty?
when I was there, like someone was tapping on me, Rachel.
Okay.
Yeah. I really haven't. I don't
What
think
is
I went
an
into detail with David.
Oogie Boogie hood?
Oogie
What is
Boogie.
an
Oogie Boogie from like, hold on. Un memento. Hold on one second.
what's
This
an
guy.
Oogie Boogity?
Oogie Boogie.
Okay,
It's
so Carol said she heard it. Okay.
Oogie Boogie.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The nightmare for Christmas. This is Oogie Boogie. Sorry.
Does anybody else hear that humming or growling?
It's growling. I need to take a deep breath.
Wow.
Sorry.
Yeah, because I'm getting like it's really tight in the chest.
Hold on,
What is going on?
Get me the potato chips, please.
That's why you always see me chewing gum. It's peppermint gum, y'all. That helps too. What's with the tightening in the chest with this energy? Like it's bad. Like I don't want to say it's a heart attack. It feels more like it's like agita, like a DEFCON 5 panic attack, but it's like stress. It's stress. Like you just want to like. Yes, I grounded. I grounded before I even came down, and I was doing the yarn, so I was totally grounded. Yes, exactly, Carol. A severe panic in the chest.
You know,
Does he not like me? No. Okay.
There's a face there. Yeah.
There's something behind you in the ectoplasm, and he doesn't like me. It feels male, but he doesn't like me. I'm not surprised. Most men don't like an outspoken woman. I'm just saying. Not surprised. Yes, I did. Rachel seems to stop like when you see one of those horror movies and there's somebody doing this and it freezes in each little stage. Yours did that. I'm getting voices through my headphones.
Can you excuse me for one?
Absolutely, Rachel. Absolutely.
Thank you.
They just posted maybe 5 minutes ago. My anxiety was so bad I feel like vomiting. Okay, you need to eat something a little salty, Brooke, like a potato chips. Listen, if it's bad, lick your finger, stick it in the salt, and then lick that. Or pickle, olives, something with salt in it.
I muted Rachel's mic because I just wanted to see. We're not hearing anything now, like the echo.
Right, but whatever it is at her location does not like me. She did lives for years, and there would be stuff going on behind her, and I'm like, oh my god, like you see that, right? And she's like, oh, you can see it. I'm like, yeah. I wasn't even on with her a minute when I did the FaceTime thing before you sent us the link, and she's like, there's like 2 guys next to you, and I'm like, yeah, I know. I didn't get into it. I'm like, yeah. I felt something was okay. I felt something when I was there, like someone was tapping. Okay.
So it is definitely echo, and whatever is happening is going on your side, Rachel. Because when I muted it, we weren't hearing it.
Okay.
The spirit,
is it getting any better?
No, the spirits there do not like me, and we're kind of outspoken women, so I think that's the personality conflict with them with me. But I don't go in and no, I don't. I can't just go into somebody else's property and snatch a spirit out. I wish I was that good, but what I can do is I can make sure you're not going to harm anybody. Pets, people, children, anything. It's not your castle.
I just need to move soon.
Yeah.
And I've known this. I need to get away from where I live. And I've lived for the last 6-7 years.
Yeah, it's. I'm gonna put it to you this way. Why would you want to remain in some place where there's raw toxic sewage being leaked into your system every day? And I think that might be the cause of that other issue that we talked about before we went online.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you have any premonitions for what's coming up in the world, or as far as paranormal and paranormal investigators? Do you think it's going to be easier? Because now everybody charges for everything. I'm thinking, why wouldn't you just do it for free, considering we're going to give you free advertising?
Well, everybody's, I don't understand. I could never. What was that?
Same here. What did you just say? Go away? Go away? What, is my sparkle too bright for you, dude? Leave her alone. Did you just hear that? They said your name, Rachel. Somebody just said Rachel needs help. Rachel needs help.
I need to move. That's going to be my...
You need to pull. Lisa.
Listen. Yeah. You can hear that, right?
We're hearing that.
Okay.
That was me. That was us.
I just heard
big gas.
Can you give me a name? Can you give me a name? Can you run? Because you're going to need to run if I send what I got to send over there.
Bonnie said you're not supposed to talk. They are over talking you.
I know. Because they don't want us helping her. That's what it is. They don't want me to make a suggestion that would help the situation. Bonnie, is it Clark or dark? Because I thought I heard dark.
The Clark makes sense to me.
Okay.
All right, ladies.
Any of you ladies getting like a throbbing in them? Okay.
Right.
That's how I know something, and it doesn't need to be demonic. Something negative, nasty.
Crusty people on Earth become crusty people in on the other realm too. So it doesn't have to be demonic. They can just be buttheads.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Carol,
if you're starting to feel it, Rachel, have something a little salty, honey.
Everybody is like me, right temple. We're feeling it.
Right. Like I feel like, I don't want to say like it's an injury, but it feels like maybe even a possible blow to the head.
Oh no.
It's that kind of heavy. It's a pounding. It's not like a regular migraine or mega throbbing. It feels like somebody. It feels like this, like somebody took a shot to the head, but not a gun, like a headshot.
Autumn.
You have an OB here?
I wonder if
he has OB there. Like her.
Right.
I wonder if my brother's coming through.
Did he pass due to an injury in the forehead, the temple area?
It was one of the injuries that I saw.
Okay.
Good night, Steve.
Good night, Steve.
Night.
Safe shift at work, buddy. Did he also have something with the chest too, Rachel?
Yes, ma'am.
Because like it's restricting.
Yes, ma'am.
He's having a hard time swallowing.
I don't know all the facts because his girlfriend will
I'm just gonna tell you this. It's reading shady AF.
We'll have to you and I will
Yep,
talk.
absolutely.
But I think we should
Yep. It's after 10. It's been an hour. My
Everybody
car
eat
goes in to get
something
fixed
salt.
tomorrow. So let's hope they fix it quickly because I want my car back. And everybody should go make some popcorn and put some salt on it because if we make or just lick some salt, whatever you have to do, it'll make you feel better. Don't go anywhere, Rachel. We're gonna end this, and then we want you to hang up for a second.
Good night, guys. Much love. Pay positivity forward. Be part of the solution, not the problem.
Oh, Lord Jesus.